Hello students, welcome to the lesson of life process. Let's start today's topic, human respiratory system. Breathing. Breathing is a physical process in which air moves in and out of the lungs. You take in oxygen rich air from the surrounding. In return, you give out carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. Breathing is a continuous process which goes throughout the life of an organism. Respiration is the process of releasing energy from the consumed food like glucose. When oxygen burns the food in the cells of your body to release energy, carbon dioxide and water are produced as waste products, need to be eliminated from the body. Word equation for respiration is food, that is glucose C6H12O6, get mixed with oxygen, releases out energy in the mitochondria in the form of ATP, and carbon dioxide and water are the waste products. Respiration includes breathing as well as oxidation of food to release energy. There are two types of respiration, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Oxygen is used for aerobic respiration. The glucose, which is the food, completely broken down into carbon dioxide and water, and a large amount of energy is released, which gets stored in the ATP molecules of mitochondria. One molecule of glucose is first converted into two molecules of pyruvate acid or pyruvic acid, which is then carried to the mitochondria for complete breakdown to carbon dioxide and water with evolution of large amount of heat. Most of the living organisms carry out aerobic respiration. Plants and animals carry out aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Food is oxidized without using oxygen. Glucose is not completely oxidized in comparison to aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration produces less amount of energy. One molecule of glucose is converted into two molecules of pyruvate or pyruvic acid, and a small amount of energy, only 2 ATP, is produced. Pyruvic acid is further converted into ethanol or lactic acid. Microorganisms fermentation is commonly used in place of anaerobic respiration. Yeast and bacteria. Yeast is a one kind of fungi which break down the glucose into ethanol, carbon dioxide, and releases a very less amount of energy. Human beings and higher animals like cheetah, deer, or lion obtain energy by aerobic respiration. But anaerobic respiration sometimes take place in their muscles during vigorous physical exercise. Glucose gets converted into lactic acid with release of small amount of energy. The accumulation of lactic acid in the muscles causes cramps. We can get relief by taking a hot water bath or a massage. Hot water bath improves the circulation of blood, which increases the supply of oxygen in the muscle. This supply of oxygen breaks down the lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water and gives relief from cramps. Respiration in animals. Different animals have different modes of respiration. Unicellular animals like amoeba respire through cell membrane. They simply exchange the gases by diffusion. Earthworm uses their skin as their respiratory organ. Aquatic animals like fish have gills for respiration. Insects like cockroach and grasshopper have air tubes called trachea for respiration. Land animals such as humans, dog, lion uses lung for their respiration. Even birds uses lungs for their respiration. Frog is the only animal which can breathe by both lungs as well as through skin. All the respiratory organs, whether skin, gills, or trachea, have three common features. Have large surface area to get enough oxygen, presence of thin wall for diffusion and exchange of gases, richly supplied with blood capillaries for transporting oxygen to the various cells. Rate of breathing in aquatic animal is faster than terrestrial animals. Terrestrial animals like tiger, humans, dog uses oxygen from the atmosphere. Aquatic animals uses the dissolved oxygen present in water to carry out respiration. The amount of dissolved oxygen in water is very low and very dense. Therefore, the rate of breathing is faster in aquatic animals. Let's discuss human respiratory system. Main organs of human respiratory system are nose, nasal cavity, trachea, bronchi, lungs, bronchioles, and alveoli. Our nose has two holes called nostrils. Nasal passage or cavity is the passage behind the nostrils. Air is drawn into the body through nostrils. Nasal passage is separated from the buccal cavity by a hard bony palate so that we can breathe even when we are eating food. Nasal passage is lined with fine hairs and mucus. Mucus and hair present in the nasal passage trap the dust and microbes present in the air. They ultimately help in the filtration of air. From nasal passage, air enters into pharynx. Pharynx is a common passage for air and food. It leads to windpipe and food pipe. While swallowing the food, glottis get covered by a flap called epiglottis, which prevents the food or water entering into trachea. Trachea is 11 centimeter in length and 2.5 centimeter in diameter. Trachea is commonly known as windpipe. Trachea is supported by a rings of C-shaped cartilaginous soft bones which prevent the trachea from collapsing even if there is no air inside it. Upper end of trachea has a voice box called larynx. Trachea runs down the neck and enter into chest cavity or thoracic cavity. In thoracic cavity, trachea divides into two smaller tubes called bronchi, which are connected to the two lungs. Lungs. Lungs are a pair of elastic bag-like organs situated in the thoracic cavity, enclosed in a rib cage made up of bones, separated by abdominal cavity by a muscular partition called diaphragm. Lungs are covered by two thin membrane called pleura. Pleural membranes are filled with pleural liquid which lubricates the membrane to avoid friction. Each bronchus divides in the lungs into smaller tubes called bronchioles. Bronchioles have tiny air sacs at their ends called alveoli. Gaseous exchange takes place in alveoli. The walls of alveoli are very thin, filled with blood capillaries. Presence of millions of alveoli in the lungs provide the large surface area for the exchange of gases. Mechanism of breathing. It involves two steps: inhalation and exhalation. During inhalation, the diaphragm and the muscles attached to the rib contract and expands the thoracic chest cavity. This makes the chest move upward and outward, increasing the volume inside the chest cavity. This causes a decrease in the air pressure inside the lungs. As a result, the air from outside rushes into the lungs. Through the thin walls of alveoli, oxygen diffuses into the blood. Blood supplies this oxygen to various organs for cellular respiration. Exhalation. As a result of cellular respiration of food, carbon dioxide is produced as a waste product. This carbon dioxide is absorbed by the blood from the body parts and carried to the alveoli of the lungs. At this stage, the thoracic cavity returns to its normal size due to the relaxation of diaphragm and rib muscles of lungs. Thus, carbon dioxide is pushed out from the body through trachea and nostrils. Breathing occurs involuntary, beyond our will. The rate of breathing is controlled by the respiratory center of the brain, which is also called pons, which you will study in the chapter Control and Coordination. Just remember, the average rate of breathing is 15 to 18 times per minute. Breathing rate increases with increased physical exercise. When we do some physical exercise, our body needs more energy. And to produce more energy, our body requires more oxygen. Thus, if we breathe faster after exercise to produce more energy, it will help in compensating the loss of energy suffered by our body during physical exercise. I hope you understood this topic properly. Thank you.